Whenever we say good morning, a boat comes. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's 7:30 maybe?
Yeah, it's about 7:30.
And I've already told Kath that she's got mud on her face. So
Which is a change, because normally she lets me wear it all day.
So when she watches this later and says, "Can you head it out my face because I've got mud all over it?"
Why didn't you wipe it off? That's what a good wife would do.
Good wives, comment below.
Where is it?
When we were first married, someone at work had to explain to me that it wasn't my job on the school holidays to do all the cooking and all the cleaning and to wash all of Kath's clothes. It was my job on my holiday to have a holiday. Do you remember that?
No. So we are now leaving Banbury for the second time. We've been here for who even knows how long.
I don't know, we definitely overstayed.
You're only supposed to spend 14 days per month in Banbury.
But we loved it so much.
We've been moored up for a week outside Thule's boatyard, and more about that later. Before that, we did some time on a 14-day mooring just on the outskirts of Banbury.
So there was like legitimate reasons we had to be in Banbury. First of all, Rue, who helped us down some locks, you might remember her from a previous episode, she was going to be in Banbury. So we were outside of Banbury and we turned around and headed back to have dinner with Rue. And
at which point then she said, "Oh, you should have stayed where you were. It was only a 5-minute extra drive for me. Took us
4
5 hours."
And that awesome reversing you did.
Yeah, I had to reverse down a whole section of canal past about 3 moored boats with an oncoming boat.
So we headed back for dinner, and then we thought, we'll just go up to a printer's. We headed back for a printer's, and then
which you will have seen in the previous Through the Hedge.
Yeah, and then we headed up to Thule's just to say to Matt, we got a bit of a diesel leak, could you have a look at the engine? And then the printers didn't get back to us, so we were kind of stranded with the printing. And then Matt discovered that we had that our fuel injectors were loose, and also that the overflow arm had broken, so we needed to order a part. And we're like, well, we've already been in Banbury for 14 days, and so Kath called the CRT.
Yeah, we were on a 48-hour mooring and we stayed there for a week, which is fine because they will charge you £25 per day, but quite frankly £25 per day is massively outside of our budget.
Yeah.
So I rang them up and I said, we're officially broken down because our engine won't run, and they said that's fine, you can stay. So they put a little note on our file to say that we were allowed to stay there for free, which I think they'll do for any legitimate reason when you need to overstay.
But we literally couldn't start the engine.
Probably won't start. Yeah, let's go it again.
So Matt gave us some power, and giving continual cruises.
He said, you're officially broken down, and I was like, and then he said, do you want some power? And I went,
And you know what the first thing Kath did with power? Comment below, pause the video, comment below. The first thing Kath did with power was charge her electric toothbrush. That's so true.
it is.
Not mine, mind you, just hers.
Because apparently we don't do things for each other.
told me I'm not allowed to have a rant. But I'm going to have a rant. And it's a very simple rant. It's about whose side the water is on. And if somebody's
Water conservation.
Yes, we're quite low at the moment on the Oxford Canal.
Well,
and
there's water shortages throughout the UK because there hasn't been any rain for something like 50-something days.
And if I'm coming up to a lock and there is a boat exiting a lock, then don't close the gates behind you and refill the lock so that you can come down. Just leave the gates open and I will come into the lock, the water will fill up, which you were going to do anyway, and then I'll leave. Second point, when I blow my horn to let you know that you should not be closing those gates, don't wave as though, oh no, we're still going to do it. And then also thirdly, when you decide to let us in by the good grace of your sudden manners, don't expect a thank you. Like seriously, that lady was like, oh, you're lucky, aren't you? Oh, I'm lucky that you're not a moron. The world is lucky that you're not a moron.
Was a moron. But also, if you're in that much of a rush, shut the second gate for us.
Yeah, so then she watched me do all the gates by myself while she told me how lucky I was. I don't actually care about doing all the gates. And spoiler alert, lady, I did do them extra slow. So we have now headed out of Banbury. We are going to stop for some water because what happened was we had a heap of electricity, but we had no water. We had just a tank of water. Where are you off to?
Post books.
Oh. Who's it for?
Kathy Larson.
Oh, hi Kathy.
Hi.
Off you go then.
Don't forget to keep an eye out.
We genuinely know I'm not going to keep an eye out. They will come to your boat and they will get into the canal and they will knock on your windows, and in some cases, in some fields when narrowboaters have moored up, they have tried to knock the boat. And there's nothing stopping them from stepping on the boat, and then they're going to hurt themselves.
Maybe sink you. They're not light.
Yeah, they're not light at all. I reckon they could sink a boat. moor up pretty much where we were last time, and we're going to moor up for tomorrow as well, because tomorrow's meant to be 31 degrees.
I don't.
You said it.
Oh, Thursday is supposed to be the hottest day on record or something.
Yeah, since 2015.
No, this year I think.
I remember 2015.
2015 was only hot.
This is the plan, and we shall see how it goes.
How many locks?
7 locks today, and then lunch. We can do that before breakfast.
Except we've had breakfast.
Yes. So it could be some air in the fuel.
Yeah, it could be.
It could be something in the weed hatch. Would that turn your engine off?
If you're trying to turn, maybe. I mean, it went clunk
Yeah,
and then cut out.
Yeah.
I mean,
a bit weird.
I could try turning it on again, and we can time to see how long it runs before it cuts off.
Yeah. Or let's not do that.
We were just pulled up at the lock landing to go through a lock, and the engine suddenly cut out. It went clunk and then stopped. Then I was able to start it again, but it cut out again. And
I'm in the middle of making lunch.
we've just recovered from a breakdown. This is our first trip. So I wasn't sure if the issue was to do with the fuel getting to the injectors. But the other thing is that the, I don't know what to call it.
Throttle.
The throttle will go forward, but it won't go back into neutral.
So Anna Marie said.
So the next place to check is the weed hatch. And I've already got the weed hatch off, because Anna Marie didn't have the strength to do it.
So true.
And I think it was just a ploy because she didn't want to put her arm in.
Also true.
But I haven't had to put my arm in very far
Because we can see something floating.
because I can't even get.
Wow, it's tangled.
I think it's a bed sheet.
No.
So I'm going to need a knife
Okay.
because I can't even. Well, you're going to have to go in.
Into the canal.
Yeah. No choice.
Okay.
I think we'll go with the knife.
Sure.
So we might have to go in,
Yeah, I might have to go into the canal and release it from the prop.
So the prop won't even turn. I don't even know what to do.
It's okay. We're just we have to just cut it away slowly.
Because it's not winter, it's not so bad having your arms in the weekend.
Why is there blood?
Well, I cut myself with the knife, didn't I?
Okay, so
Can't see what you're doing in there, and I just took a chunk out of the end of my finger. But I'm battling on, but I'm probably gonna get disease from the water. But we'll keep going.
can you put this glove on now?
Yeah. On top of the TCP.
Yeah.
I won't go.
Well, no, not on the cloth. Just the TCP is now on your finger, so you can put the glove on.
Notice how I have to have a glove on, not out the way. I'll do it.
I've offered so many times. As you can see, Kath has given up. And because she's got an injury, so I'm taking over. I think, because we have this thing where I've got really good fine motor skills and And Kath has really good gross motor skills. So I think that I'm going to have this done in half an hour. Kath reckons we're going to have to take shifts for the rest of the day, and then somebody...
the rest of the day, probably 3 more goes.
And then somebody's going to end up with their swimmers on.
And it was not going to be me. Not like you're doing it.
How do you do it?
You've done it before. So that's how much I've got out.
Alright, my pile will be over here.
Okay.
In awesome land.
Have you ever put your hand in there before?
No.
Go in with your hand first to scope out the situation.
Okay. I'm going to do it my own way. Wow.
This is the worst bit here. So it's 35 minutes later. Oh, there's an extra sheet, a blue one.
Yeah, I was going to say I've made a new discovery.
So there's the greeny sheet,
Yeah.
this brown slimy thing,
Yeah.
and the blue thing.
Yeah. So I've become intimate with the weed hatch. and
Lost by the sound of it.
I lost.
Everything's clear.
Really?
Yep. It was that smells like death.
Ah.
Oh, fuck. It just suddenly came loose.
Yay! Cap side? My side.